All right, happy Friday, you guys. Hopefully you can see me okay. Can you hear the music okay? Can you hear me all right over here? Give a thumbs up. If you can, or if you need the music to be louder, say louder. Good morning. Good. All right. Thanks, Annette. All right, you guys, let's get to it. I've got my handy assistant here, Mr. Ace. All right. So grab your tennis ball. Hopefully you have a small ball or medium-sized ball that you can play with today, and your tennis ball. So we're just going to start with a little bit of foot rolling. Been trying to get this body moving this week. So these feet are really enjoying the massage, the stimulation this morning. So we're going to set that heel down with the ball just behind the ends of those metatarsals. Lean into it, wrap the toes around the ball, and then release. Wrap around and release. And wrap around, keep it there, and roll that ankle. Roll that foot. Feel your heel rock in and out as the toes roll in and out. And then swivel that knee in and out, all while you're leaning into that ball, and then just sort of acknowledge the movement of that head of the femur in the socket, in that acetabular. Yeah? And then just take a few more passes, real gentle. Say happy Friday, feet. Gonna have a nice hot weekend. All right, here we go, side two. So start with easy. Remember, this shouldn't be painful. It should feel good. Clearing the cobwebs, right? All right, so we're rolling back and forth, easy pressure. Set that heel down with the ball just behind the metatarsal heads. Now, as you bend your knee, lean into that ball and ease off. Let's take that again. Bend the knee, flexing at the hip, the knee and the ankle. And then take it and hold. Wrap those toes around and back. And around the ball and back. Wrap them around and keep them around and roll in and out. And again, we're just kind of clearing the cobwebs, getting things moving and grooving. Now, with your hips staying pretty still, think about a little lift in the belly. Roll the toes in and out. Roll the heel in and out. Acknowledge that movement in the ankle. Acknowledge your knee swiveling in and out. And then the movement at the top of the femur, at that hip joint. All right, and then just take a few more passes. Well done, well done. Got some little sore spots today. So we're going to take that tennis ball and just set it off to the side. And we're going to start actually down on the mat. And then we'll get back up and do some more things. But what I'd like you to do, I'm going to swim and face this way. You're going to place the ball underneath your sacrum. Make sure it's not underneath your low back. So right underneath that sacrum. You can place it, and then roll up and over, or just roll down. Float those hips up and place the ball underneath the back of your pelvis. So again, make sure that you're not feeling the ball putting a lot of pressure on the low back, because you don't want your bottom dropping down towards the floor and those ribs splaying up like this. So work it on down. Make sure your tailbone is free to move, and just take a moment. Let those palms open up to the sky, chin up, chest open. Breathe deep and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Now we're just going to take a little rock forward and back. Now you can adjust on that ball as you need, but what we're looking for is not a lift of the bottom, but just a sink on one side of the ball and then a lengthen and sink on the other side of the ball. So it's a fairly subtle motion. You're not lifting and you're really not using your legs too much. You're thinking about using your torso to drive this motion. The legs are just there to help with balance a little bit. Now from here, we're going to keep those palms facing up, maybe open them out to the side a little more, and take it side to side. Now, we want to be careful not to force this rotation into the lumbar spine, right? We want to allow the bottom of the rib cage to come with it, letting your knees move ever so slightly to begin. And we're just getting a little side to side roll on top of that ball. Good morning, spine. Now we're going to bring it back to center, and I want you to think about trying to find a long neutral alignment. So, length between the nose, the pubic bone, the sternum, the pubic bone, but without shortening the back body. Find length in the front, length in the back. Wherever you feel strong through your core and soft through the back, but a little bit active. Now we're going to walk those feet a little bit closer, chin up, chest open. We're just going to march right and left. Now the idea is that we are marching here without that ball rocking around, without those hips rocking and rolling. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Feeling that hip flexion, not disturbing the alignment of the torso and the spine. Chin up, soft neck and jawline. Now we're going to float that right leg up, turn the palms over, and activate through the upper body. Give a little press. Now keeping your right leg at 90 degrees, try to stabilize. We're going to float the left leg up to meet it. Inhale up, exhale, tap. And 2, stable. Feel that low belly turn on. Chin up, chest open, try not to tense the jaw. Exhale. Exhale. And 1 more. From here, left leg comes up, right leg comes down. Open those shoulders, chin up, soft jaw, brace those arms into the floor. Find that stability through the pelvis and the spine. Inhale up, exhale, tap 1. Just a little wake up, low belly, stabilization, and awareness through the torso. Let's take 1 more. Now both legs up. Let's see if we can stabilize. Flex the feet and take both feet down to the floor. Chin and chest up. Take a little tickle and up. Exhale, 2. Inhale up. Exhale, stabilize, 3. Inhale up. No wiggle wobbles, 4. Careful not to tense the neck. 5. And 6. Keep that width through the upper body. Exhale. Feel that low belly sinking in to help you stabilize. Let's take 1 more. And up. Set those feet down and just give a little wiggle. Now from here, you can come down however you'd like. Off to one side, over the edge, whatever your body likes. Now, we're going to take that ball up so that it's right below the shoulder blades. Maybe the bra line, bro line, whatever you like to call it. Focus on the belly drawing in. Find that neutral alignment with the spine, and if that feels a little grippy in the low back, give yourself just a little more of a tilt. Otherwise, look for that length. Circle the arms around, place them behind the head, and then rack the elbows forward so that you can see them in your peripheral vision. Now, keeping the arms in that position, gently press back with the head into the hands, and the hands into the head. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lengthen over the ball and see if you can get your head to tickle the floor. And exhale, sweep it back up. Just a little good morning abdominals. 2. Stabilize that lumbar spine. 3. And 4. Now if you need a little more of that tilt, please come into that C curve. Make sure you're not feeling grippiness in that low back. And exhale. Let's take 2 more. We're feeling that belly wake up a little bit. Now let's reach those arms out just above the knees. Walk the legs a little closer together. Give a quick check. Make sure the neck and shoulders are loosey-goosey. Tummy is tight. Right leg comes up. Now we're going to inhale. Bring that knee as close to the nose as you can get it without your hands. Flex the foot and extend it out nice and long. Here we go. Inhale in. Exhale 1. Exhale 2. Stable pelvis 3. Now notice I'm in a little more of a tuck right now. That's just what my body's asking for, to get that knee as close to my nose as possible. And 1 more. And hold it here. Now try and find that neutral. Lift and lengthen. Chin up, chest open. Give me a kick. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5, trying to stabilize that lumbar spine. Set that right foot down and float the left leg up. Extend it out through a flexed heel, right heel lengthens, rounded C curve. Inhale in, knee to the nose, give it a little squeeze first, say hi there, and then flex and extend it up. Here we go. And inhale in, exhale out. Soft through the neck and jaw. Arms can be high or low, whatever feels best for your body. Mostly neck and shoulders. Make sure you feel the upper abdominal region and the lower abdominal region. Let's take one more, hold it there. Lengthen that spine, stabilize. Here we go, kick it up. Stable, 2, 3. Inhale up. Last one. Bend it and set it down. Circle those arms to the floor if you can. Lengthen the torso and lay over that ball. Now let those ribs open up. Really take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend the elbows. Slide those elbows down. Turn the palms to face the ears. Again, inhale up. Bring the fingertips together overhead if you can. Let those ribs open. And exhale. Now, we're going to circle the arms back down next to the hips. Shoulders wide and low on the ribs. Nod your chin round and drive into that C curve. Adjust the ball as you need. Make sure you can keep pushing down into it to drive your chest, your sternum forward. Float your right leg into your chest and then your left leg. We're going to jump right into a single leg stretch. So, right hand to the left knee, left hand to the left ankle. Don't worry about it. Outside arm to the outside ankle. Stretch that leg. Now remember, the leg only comes as low as you can stay stable and push into that ball. Inhale, exhale, switch. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's waking up now. Let's do it again. 1 and 2 and 3. Keep it going. 4. Bring it right in, and we're going to take that double leg stretch. Are you with me? Yes, here we go. Arms and legs reach in opposition. Let's flex the feet and reach out. Keep pressing into that ball. Legs only as low as you can stay stable. Circle the arms around the outside. Point the toes. Hug it in. Nice, tight little ball position. Here we go. And inhale in. Exhale 2. Circle around. Exhale 3. Circle around in. Flex those feet. Reach through the heels and the pinky fingers and sweep it in. Let's take 2 more. And in. Last one. Circle it in. Hands to the backs of the thighs. Rock it on up. Oh, good morning, abdominals. They are awake. Now, we're going to place the ball in between those thighs. So we're in a seated position. Hands are coming to the backs of the thighs. Heels are lined up with your sits bones. Shoulders find a little roll. Get them moving. Last one. Now, sitting up nice and tall, open up those elbows wide for me. Find that low belly. Draw it in and up. Feel equal weight on both sits bones, and let's take it down. Inhale at the top. Squeeze that ball. Exhale. Roll back only as far as your arms will allow you to go. Now, keeping the hands on the thighs, I want you to squeeze in with those arms. As your inner thigh squeeze in, your hands squeeze in as well. Here we go. Right leg kicks. 1, tap, 2, 3, 4. Press those arms. 5 and 6. Switch it up. Left, tap, 2, 3. Shoulders wide, hollow low belly. Round C-curve spine. Very good. Now, can you, with your hands still on your thighs, lengthen to a neutral? You may need to come up a little bit or stay back. You find that place where you can stabilize that neutral. Again, squeeze into the ball and squeeze into the legs. Right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Long spine. 5, 6. Switch it up. 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? You know what's coming. 5, 6. Now, both arms up. Stay stable. If you want to come back into that C-curve, go for it. Otherwise, stay in that neutral. Point both feet. Double leg can kick. 1, 2. Good morning, teaser. 3, 4, 5. Hold it up on 6. Inhale your arms overhead. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Hold it there and take it all down. Ooh. Give yourself a nice little wiggle. Now place the ball in between your ankles. Stretch those legs out in front of you and give a nice little squeeze. Heels reach out, feet are flexed. Sitting tall, inhale at the top, curl the pelvis. Roll it on down. We're going to circle the arms overhead, even though you can't see them anymore. Circle the arms down next to your hips. Let's point the toes, not the chin, round and roll up and over that imaginary cactus in your lap. No prickers in your belly today. Here we go. Once again, inhale at the top. Exhale, curl. Roll it down. Circle the arms, point the toes, nod the chin, ground, and roll up and over. Roll up to sit tall. Let's take that one last time. Inhale at the top. Exhale. All the way down, one vertebra at a time. And then point those toes, one vertebra at a time, up and over, and roll up to sit tall. Are we feeling good? Of course we are. Now, keeping the ball between the legs, we're going to take that right leg on top of the left. So now we're squeezing with the adductors, keeping the legs parallel. We're going to take that right arm and rotate around 1 and 2. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 3. Growing a little taller. 4 and 5. One more. Let's take it to the other side. So right leg is down, left leg comes on top. Now, it takes inner thigh squeeze to keep the legs stacked on top of each other. Stay seated on both sits bones. Arms reach out in front. Circle around with an exhale. Inhale to sweep it forward. Keep that left leg stacked on top of the right. And feel that nice wringing out of the waistline. Let's take 2 more. And bring it on back to center. Give a nice little wiggle. Now, we're going to feel that midline really waking up today. So let's sweep those feet around and place the ball between the thighs. Now, before we do this, I just want to take a quick double check. Make sure everybody's with me. You can see me. All is well in Instagram land. Awesome. Wonderful. So great to see you guys. Okay, so here we go. We're in an all-fours position. Ball between the thighs. Hands on the mat. Now, just find that neutral. If your neutral today needs a little lift and a little imprint added in, sprinkled in, go for it. Listen to your spine, listen to your shoulders, listen to your hips. Squeeze that ball between the thighs. Give me a few shoulder rolls. One more. Now from here, I want you to think of shifting your weight back into your legs. So we're taking the load off of the arms. But notice I didn't round the spine. So I'm staying in that long spine. My sits bones are reaching straight back. And then my sternum is going to come forward. Again, I'm not rounding or arching. I'm trying to maintain neutral. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Keep squeezing that ball. And try to feel equal weight on both hands and both knees. So both hands here and both knees here. Inhale and exhale one more time. Now we're going to stay forward just a little bit. So the knees are behind the hips. Set those shoulders wide and low. Make sure your head isn't hanging. Pick it up. Eyes look out towards the front edge of your mat. Tuck those toes. Here we go. Pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, maintaining that neutral spine. Feel the load in the upper body. Hold it up. Crush that ball now. In, 2, 3, 4. Stable. 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you with me? Set those knees down. Sit back. Lift the belly, round the spine, and lengthen those fingers away from you. Now we're going to walk the hips just a tiny bit to the right as the hands walk to the left. Lift the abdominals away from the thighs and feel that subtle posterior tilt here. And then lengthen those sits bones back. And then shift to the other side. Hips to the left, hands to the right. And again, lift that low belly. Find that posterior tilt. And then reach those sits bones back on that long diagonal. And then back through center. Walk the hands up, curl, and shoulder roll at the top. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Hands are going to come back into that quadruped position. Sternum comes forward. Shoulders are wide and low. Belly is lifted. We're going to center ourselves a little more between the hands and the feet. Tuck the toes. Pick the knees up. Now, pick up the right foot, crush the ball, and give me little knee tickles here for 1, 2, 3, 4. Head up. 5, 6. Stabilize. Set that knee or toes down. Pick up the left. Stay square. Here we go. Crush the ball. 2, 3, 4. You got this. 6. Good morning, bodies. 8, 9. Last one. Set the foot down. Knees down. Release the feet. Roll up to sit tall on your knees. Make sure we're not broken at the hips. Extend through those hips. Lift through that belly and find that length. Let's circle the arms out and up. Now take the left arm down and a gentle side bend to the right. See if you can reach the floor with your fingertips. Back up. And then the right hand down. Again, see if you can find the floor. Keeping that opposite knee grounded. And up. And give yourself a little wiggle. Now, we're going to maintain that extended hip position, that long, tall, neutral alignment. Adjust your wardrobe as you need. Here we go. Hands next to the sides. Fingers point down. Close those fingers. Strong. Karate chops. Yes? Here we go. And hinge it back. Work in the range that your knees allow and that you can stay stable. Here we go. 2. Inhale up. Chin and chest are up. 3. And back up. And 4. Inhale up. Now, 5. Sweep it up. We're going to go back on number 6 and hold it here. Turn the palms to face each other and pump those arms. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, stable torso. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got this. In and out. In and out. Strong arms. Just like that, Ace. You got it, buddy. Keep those arms pumping. Stabilize that torso. Right? No earthquakes in the body. Stabilize. Pump. Let's take one more set. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Sweep it back up. Woo! Thank you, legs. Good morning, body. Now, take those arms out in front. Take a sit back and back up again. Listen to your knees. Work in the range that works for you. Inhale, exhale, 1. We get those glutes to wake up. 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Now arms come up. 1, and 2. Push down. 3. Careful that we're not back bending. Use those glutes. 1 more. Now arms up when you come down, and the arms come down when you come up. And up, and up, and up, and up, and up. Take a seat. Ooh, nice job. Now, we're going to come right back down to our supine position with our knees bent. Placing the ball between the thighs to begin. Getting that back line to wake up. Here we go. Roll it on down. Get yourself situated. You know, hair out of the way. Clothes in place. Now, ball between those thighs. Heels lined up with your sits bones. Find that neutral. And then place your hands down on the mat next to your hips. Make sure your ribs are knit in. Your chin is up. Your shoulders are wide in the front body and the back body. So no pinching back. Here we go. Hands pressed down. We're in a neutral. We squeeze that ball. We're going to start with just a neutral hinge. Rise up for 1. Lengthen down. Flexing at the hips. Keeping your ribs knit in. But reaching those sits bones away from you. Tickle the mat. Sweep it up. 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. Now sweep the arms overhead and roll down. Lengthen to a neutral. Press up in a hinge and then roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Find your neutral at the bottom. Press up, squeezing that ball. Equal weight in both feet. Get those hips high. Roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Hinge up. Curl. Neutral at the bottom. Hinge up. Roll down. Hinge up. Now let's take the arms overhead. Keep those ribs knit into the waistline. Don't let them splay. Roll down. Hinge it up. And roll down to your neutral. Hinge it up. Let's just take 1 more. And roll down. knees into the chest. Very good. Tabletop. Inhale the upper body forward. Find that hundreds curl. Now, from here, we're going to stretch the legs. Flex the feet. Take that double leg stretch down. Inhale up. Flex and lower down 2. Inhale up. Squeezing that ball, keeping those legs parallel. 3. Inhale up. And 4. Be mindful. How is my sacrum sitting on the floor? Is it level? Right? Is it torqued? Is my lumbar spine listening and staying stable where I want it? One more. And back up. Knees into the chest. Hands behind the thighs. Give yourself a little rock. Now set your ball off to the side. Tuck your hair in if you'd like. Now we're going to take a little rolling like a ball. Round like a ball. Remember, there's no thud through rolling like a ball. We're trying to find that nice smooth, even C-curve through the spine. Hands come to the front of the shins. Hollow that low belly. Here we go. Put that watermelon away, you know? Your shoulders down, elbows wide. Hollow through the abdomen. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Smooth. Inhale up. And 3. And 4. Keep that forehead and your knees as close to each other as possible. One more. And up. Now, extend those legs. You're going to lose my feet and probably lose my arms or my head on the other side. But we're going to take a roll over here. So, roll it on down. Hands to the mat. Legs float up. Roll up and over and pause with the weight across the back of the shoulders. Hollow the belly. Feel those sits bones lengthening to the sky. Flex the feet. Open to shoulder width. Roll down through the spine 1 vertebra at a time. Now, I'm going to scoot down just a little bit. We're going to stay in this supine position and just roll up and over again. So hands come down, zip up those inner thighs, point the toes, hollow the belly, really press into those arms, roll up and reach for the sky with those feet. Then lower them to parallel to the floor. Flex and open to shoulder width, roll down 1 vertebra at a time, smooth and steady. Careful to not let your head lift up as those hips melt down. Point those toes, zip them up, roll up and over, flex, open, roll it on down. 1 vertebra at a time. Point the toes, bend the knees, and set the feet down. Now, from here, we're going to let the feet come just a tiny bit wider than sit bone distance apart. We're going to start in that neutral. We're going to curl the pelvis, roll up. Now look for those extended hips, length through the front of the pelvis. Chin up, chest open, shoulders wide. Rotate from your thoracic spine, from the middle of the rib cage. Rotate the hips and the ribs, not the shoulders, neck, and head. Rotate right, lengthen, give a little tickle, and float it back up. Rotate left, lengthen, tickle, and up. Here we go, right and left. I like to take a little toe tap at the top. It just feels good. And down, up, 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 down, up. Last time. Left, up, arms float overhead, roll down through the spine. Give a little wiggle with those hips. Now float those knees into the chest. Give them a nice little hug. And we're going to take the hands back behind the back, or behind the back of the head. Elbows are going to come forward again into that peripheral vision. Hug those knees in nice and close. We're going to take crisscross. So you can flex the feet, you can keep it pointed, you can alternate as you go, whatever feels good. Play with it. Right leg reaches as the left elbow reaches back. Hold here. Just breathe for a moment. Hug this knee in as close as you can, getting that nice deep hip flexion while you rotate the spine. Remember, pelvis is square. Legs are drawn into the midline. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Hold here. Breathe. Hug that knee in a little closer. Chin up, chest open. Inhale, exhale, switch. 1, and a 2, and a 3, 4. You with me? Yes, we've got this. Looking back to that back elbow. Keep it rotating. Pelvis stays square. Legs into the midline. Switching up those feet. Just a little bit. Back to center, head and shoulders down. We're going to bring the hands to the back of the thighs. Rock and roll ourselves up. Everybody feeling good? Hopefully. Take those feet out in front of you. Hands to the backs of those thighs. Curl the pelvis. Hollow and round. Drop the shoulders. Scoop that low belly. Point your toes. Now, from here, just with the toes tickling, puff up the chest and then round. Puff up the chest and then round. Right? This is not an arch of the back. It's a lengthening of the spine and then C curve. Lift and lengthen. Crown of the head, opposite those sits bones, the tailbone and the pubic bone. Last time, hold it here. We're going to can kick it. You guessed it. 1. Chest stays lifted. 2, as best as you can. Reach and reach and reach and reach. 1 more. Hold it here. Climb your trees. Wrap your thumbs around the front of those ankles. Lift that heart. Now, open leg rocker. We're going to roll back. So you got to come into that C curve again and then lift and lengthen as you come up. Flex the feet, rock and roll. And roll it up. I bet you lost me completely. Here we go. And again. And up. Lift and lengthen. Now remember, as we roll, we're trying to keep no pressure on the neck or the head. So the weight stops across the back of the shoulders. Lift and lengthen. Rise up, lift and lengthen. Let's take 2 more. And up. Feel those sits bones. Lengthen to the sky. And back up. Lift, lift, lift. Zip up, bend, and set them on down. Now, we're going to come back to that ball. Are you ready? Sure you are. So we're going to start with the ball out in front of us, and we're going to set that right forearm down on the mat. Now the knees are bent. I've got the knees down away from me, so they're not tucked up in front. They're down away so that my shins are actually parallel to that bottom edge of the mat. Now I'm just going to start with a little downward pressure into that ball with my top arm. Just a reminder, keep those ribs up, chin up, chest open. Careful not to sink into that shoulder. Push into it. Now just pick this leg up. Sweep it forward and back. Forward. Ooh, we got to scoop forward a little bit. I'm going to kick that couch. Here we go. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. And forward and back. Trying to stay stable. Now, I'm going to place this ball between my calf and my hamstring. Keep those ribs lifted. You can bring your fingertips here. Bring them here as a reminder or float them up to the sky. You choose. Down and up for 1 and 2. And 3 and 4. You can always poke around in that high butt area, high side butt area, to make sure that those tissues are firing the way we want them to. Now, the foot's going to hover above the bottom foot, and we're going to rotate that thigh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold here. Now, the knee is going to come as close to the chest as possible. Sweep it back. Stable body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that leg up. Don't drop your ball. 3 and 4. Be mindful of that bottom shoulder. 5. Last one. Hold it here. Give me a little tap of the elbow to the bottom hand. Back up. Knee to the chest. Reach the leg back. Keep it high. Tap the elbow and up. Knee in and back. And elbow tap and up. And back. Stabilize that pelvis. Where are we trying to get this rotation to come from? The thoracic spine, right? This is not a torque of the lumbar. The pelvis is staying stacked. And inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Let's take 1 more, and bring that leg in, set it on down. We should feel awake through this top side. Now, we're going to come on up from there, sweep the legs to the opposite side. But before we do everything on the second side, we're going to start with that left hand down. Shins are stacked, parallel to the bottom edge. Air reset. Grab the ball with your other hand. Now, just float it up. Hips, inhale, tap, and up. And 2, and up. 3, this is the hip that was just working, right? 4, And 5, watch that left shoulder. 6, now from here, pick up this leg. Float it in the air, that right leg. You're gonna take a little twist. And back up. 1. Just 3 of these. And up. Careful not to lose that balance as you flip your hair around. Good. Now from here, a little hinge and flex. Point the toes. Hinge at the hips. Point the toes. That left hip should be on fire. Set it down. Awesome. All right, here we go. Side 2, and then we'll stretch those hips out a little bit. So we've got left forearm down, making sure that forearm is lifted, forearm is planted, shoulder is wide, rib cage is lifted, shins are stacked, hips are stacked in parallel. Press into that ball, float that leg up, inhale up, and exhale back. Just find that range of motion. And get that hip moving. Again, poke around. Make sure you feel that high side butt area. No saddlebags today. And one more. And very good. Now we're going to place that ball between the hamstring and the calf. Now you still feel that bottom hip, right? It's awake. It's helping us stabilize. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep that foot hovering. Crank the knee open. 2, 3. Stable. Strong through that shoulder. Back to parallel. Now, from here, knee up and back, and up and back. We're going to bring that hand to the head. Remember, you can apply pressure with the hand on the back of the head and the head into the hand, just to ignite a little more energy in that upper body. Now from here, hold it to the back. Give me an elbow tap and up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep those hips stacked. Where is this rotation? And keep squeezing that ball. You've got this. Tap. Watch that bottom shoulder. Don't let it collapse. Last one. And set it on down. Say thank you to your hip. Bring it on over to the second side. And we start with the ball in the left hand. Remember, your shins are stacked parallel to the bottom edge of the mat. Your hand comes forward maybe an inch or 2 away from the front edge, so it's really close to being in line with your bottom knee. Now from here, we float it up, and we just take little hinge up. You got this. Maintaining that neutral, feeling that strength and width across the front of the body and back of the body. Hold it here. Lift that leg up. Oh, those hips are dying. Give me a little twist for 3. And up. And 2. You're going to feel that apple bottom is really high all weekend long. 1. And 2. And up. 3 more. Flex and point that foot. And set it on down. Good job. Okay, now take that ball off to the side. Let your left leg just gently slide past your right. Left hand reaches to the leg or to the floor. Just inhale, relaxing that left shoulder. Inhale long through that side body and bring it back. Again. And exhale. Now we're going to take it over. Look to the floor, look to the sky, back to the floor, and back up. Take a little circular port de bras, forward and around, open chest, shoulder roll, gracefully sweep those legs around. All right, right shin past the left. Here we go. Right hand comes to the shin or to the mat. Inhale over. And exhale back. Again, over. Exhale. Here we go. Over. Now look to the floor. Look to the sky. Look to the floor. And sweep it up. Now a little circular port de bras. Sweep that arm forward and around. Open the chest. And bring it on back. Excellent work, you guys. Back to the ball. Are you ready for a little more ball? Of course you are. Let me take a quick check and make sure everything is all good. We're still online. All right. Fantastic. Here we go. Now, we've got the ball underneath our shins. So what I'd like you to do is start inner thighs zipped. Ball is just below the knees. Remember that position of the sternum coming forward through the palms, but the knees slightly behind you? Yes, I knew you did. Here we go. Sternum forward. Lifted through the belly. So this is sort of a long quadruped. Knees together, heels together, balls of the feet together. Pointed toes. Inhale in, exhale out. And out. Trying to stabilize that neutral as best as you can. Bring it in, set it down. Now comes the fun part. Are you ready? Of course you are. Now, we're going to set ourselves up. Shin, not knee, right? We don't want the pressure on that knee. Bring it to the shin. Fold it a little more underneath you and keep both hands down to begin. Walk that right foot back. So we've got the left shin on the ball. This is very much about where are my hips and how do I stabilize that femur underneath me. So, shin on the ball, chest up, lift the belly. See if you can just float it up and tap. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Hold it up on 6. Can you sneak that left arm out? Tap. 1. Arm and leg. 2. This is opposition. 3 and 4. Reach. And set it all down. Boy, that was good. Pick up that right hand. Give a nice little wiggle. So we've got a lot of different systems. Front body, back body, lateral system, posterior system. Everything really working together. Let's use the other side. All right. So we've got shin on the ball, knees underneath you, right? So we're not spreading out nice and long. Keep everything taut and tight. Lift through the abdomen. Sneak that left leg out. Keep the shin, not the knee. Tap. 1, 2, stable body. 3, square hips. It's not about height with that leg. It's about stability of the torso. Hold it there. Can we get that right arm out? Now remember, you can always tuck that back toe under as needed. 1 and 2, stable body. 3, stable hips. Last one, and set it on down. Excellent work, guys. Give a nice little wiggle. Now, let's see, where are we? We're making great time. We're going to place this ball underneath the chest. Find some extension work, okay? So, for ladies, actually for anyone that has any sensitive tissue, men or women, sensitive tissue in the front of the body, move things around so that you can get that ball right in the middle of your sternum. If the ball is too high, you'll feel it obstruct your airway, basically, and you'll feel pressure close to the neck and throat. If it's too low, again, your breath will be interfered with because of the pressure through your diaphragm. And we don't really want to put pressure right on the tip of that xiphoid process. So right in the middle of that sternum is what we're looking for. Move tissue as needed. So legs are back. Open them up nice and wide. Place that ball in the middle of the sternum. Find that sweet spot for you. Stack your hands and lay your forehead on your hands. Lifted through the belly. Keep those legs wide and parallel. Now you can extend the hips and really plug that pubic bone into the mat, or keep it slightly lifted if it feels better in your back to have a little posterior tilt. You choose that happy position for your body today. Here we go. Inhale to prepare. Think long through the crown of the head. Elbows in your peripheral vision. Back of the head is lifting and lengthening while your sternum presses into the ball. Now just sweep the arms back to the hips and back overhead. Switch the hands, stack. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, switch the hands. and sweep them back, sweep them back. Make sure those elbows are in your peripheral vision every time those hands come back to the forehead. Last time, hold it here. Give me just a little pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that lumbar spine is not changing. 5, 6. This is thoracic extension. 7. Ribs are lifting like crazy. Hold it up right here. Circle those arms back. Lift. Let those ribs expand. Roll those shoulder blades back and down. Can you walk your feet a little closer to each other? Now, with the arms here, let's take a little single leg kick. Inhale, 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 point, stretch. Set it down. Left leg. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Point, reach. Set it down. Again. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Trying to keep those legs parallel. And now, circle the arms overhead. Feel that length and stack them on the forehead. Elbows in front. Here we go. Right leg. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Point, reach. Set it down. Left leg. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Point, reach. Set it down. Circle the arms back. Lift your heart and lay it all down. Give those shoulders a nice little wiggle. Now, bring your hands to the mat. Rise up. Lift and lengthen into your swan. Now, leading with the hips. So those sits bones reach back, lengthen down into that C curve. Roll it on up. Give yourself a nice little wiggle. We feeling good? Yes. Of course we are. All right, we're going to take the ball off to the side. Okay? We're going to start left foot in front of the right knee. Right hand down. We're going to lift the chest, puff up for that Cleopatra. Give yourself a little shoulder roll with that right shoulder. Inhale to prepare. Remember, we're swiveling on the left foot. The right leg is going to reach back on that diagonal. Exhale. Hold here. Right leg reaches. I'm going to give it a little kick. 1 and 2. You can brace the floor if you'd like. And 3. That's it. Circle up and back down. Back to your Cleopatra pose. That was fun, right? Inhale. And exhale. Up and over. Lift and lengthen. Keeping those ribs knit in. Chest open and sweep. Find that long diagonal. Brace as you need. And kick. 1 and 2. Last one. And sweep that big circle back to your Cleopatra. 3rd time's the charm. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. Hold it there. Kick. 1 and 2 and 3. From here, set both feet down. Walk your hands out and find the top of that plank. Yes? Now we take a tricep push-up. Right leg up, point the toes, pulse. 3, 2, 1. A tricep push-up. Fold the knee to the nose. Back to your 3-legged plank. Set that foot down. Knee tickle for 3, 2, and 1. Give a little bend. Hop those feet forward. Walk your hands to the left. Super fun. Take a seat and get set for Cleopatra on side 2. Are you with me? Shoulder roll. So we've got right foot out in front, left knee bent, left hand on the mat. Adjust throughout the flow as you feel. You need to. Chest up, shoulder back. Feel that lift and lengthen of the heart. Up and over. Find that diagonal. Length with the left leg. Up. 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Circle that arm. Up and over. Find your Cleopatra. Get that reset of the shoulder. Lift through the belly. Inhale. Hair out of your mouth. Up and over. Drive it through. Kick for 3. Chest open. Think wide through the shoulders in the front body and the back body. Circle that arm. Sweep it on down. Lift your heart. Roll that shoulder blade back and down. Inhale. 3rd time's the charm. Up and over. Swiveling on that right leg. Kick it. 3 and 2 and 1. Brace as you need. Walk those hands out. Get your hair out of your face. Here we go. Tricep push-up. Find that long neutral spine. Down and up. Left leg up. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Tricep push-up. Knee to the nose. Back out. Set it down. 3. Knee tickles. Neutral spine. Give a little bend. Hop those feet forward. Walk your hands to the right. And take your seat. That was fun, yes? Yes, of course it was. All right, here we go. One more little ditty. Legs out in front. Now, notice I've got my right leg crossed over the left. Remember when we had the ball between those legs? Right over the left. Hands are going to come back. Fingertips point forward. This is very much about those inner thighs and that stability, trying to keep everything square. So chin and chest are going to come up. You can curl the pelvis, you can hinge, you choose. Sink into those shoulders, slide them back and down, roll those hips up, stabilize, lengthen. Lengthen, 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 try to get square. Good morning, triceps. Set it back down. Here we go. Again, inhale, slide them down, rise up. Roll those hips forward and back down. You see those hips keep wanting to twist. Don't let them. Here we go. Rise up. Whoa. Not off the ball. Class should always include a couple of bloopers, right? Up and take it on down. Now, you should have felt those triceps say good morning. Let's take the other side. Left leg on top of that ball. Right leg on top. Sink into the shoulders. Slide it back and down. Chest open. Roll those hips forward. Get that right hip up. Lift and lengthen. Stretch. Take it down. Inhale. Once again. Rise up. Get those hips square. Lengthen through those toes. Chin and chest up. Chin is, neck is long. Jawline is soft. And back down. One more time. And exhale. Rise up. Square off those hips. Good morning, triceps. And set it all back down. All right, you guys. Here we go. Ball between the ankles. Now, you have a couple of options here. So, you can take a corkscrew or just a nice little rollover or even a jackknife. Your choice. Choose that adventure for today. So we inhale at the top, squeezing the ball. Curl the pelvis, hands come down, legs are going to come up and over. Now you can tap and raise and roll down, reaching slow and steady, reaching those legs away from you while your hands press into the floor. Lower the legs and sweep them up. You can roll up and over, point the toes and roll down, right? Even a little simpler. Or we take that corkscrew where we're rolling around the back side of the body. So from here, hands down, up and over, lengthen hollow belly, rotate the thoracic spine just a tiny bit. In the center of your mat, roll down on the right side back body. Circle those legs down and across the tip of the tailbone or around the bottom side of the sacrum. Roll onto the left side back body, roll up and over. Pause, square off. You can take a tap and a raise. Shift to the left, rotate. Stay centered on your mat. Roll it on down. Circle those legs, keeping the shoulders wide. Roll to the right side, up and over. Tap and raise. Rotate, roll down. Open chest, roll up and over. Tickle and up. Of course, take your time and move at the pace that feels good for you today. Roll it on down. Now, did I save the best for last? Perhaps. Arms to the sky. Inhale. Lower those legs halfway. Rise up. Teaser time. Here we go. Legs lower. 1, 2, and 3. Arms up. 1, and 2, and 3. Both. Here we go. 1, up, 2, up, 3. Ta-da! Bend those knees. Whoo! Set them on down. Get that ball out of the way. Let's roll like a ball. Smooth. Nice little massage for that back body. Third time, catch on the feet. Rock it on up. All the way up. Give yourself that nice little wiggle. Now from here, you guys, just find yourself standing on those feet, a little wider than your shoulders. Let those hips rock side to side. Give yourself a little twist, but let those hips move. Side, stick your side out, stick those hips out. One more. Now go opposite. Bottom out. Careful not to get dizzy. If you want to keep your head straight ahead, that might help. Now, walk those feet in. Circle the arms out. Exhale. Take a nice little swing. Reach for the sky. Exhale. Inhale up. And inhale up. Circle those arms out and down. Clasp your hands behind your back. Knuckles to the floor. Palms together if you can. Chin up, chest open. Take ear to the shoulder. Ear to the shoulder. Back up. Side and side. Now chin to the chest. And sweep chin side to side. Back to center. Give yourself a little wiggle. Sweep those arms out and up. Give yourself a little tricep stretch here. Drop the shoulder, chin up, chest open. Side bend. And bend that same side knee as your hip shift over. You can look to the floor, back to center and up. Reach to the sky. And last one, just saying thanks to that side body. Start through the top of the spine. So lengthen up and over. And then bend that knee. And look to the floor. And back to center. And back up. Circle those arms out. Give yourself a few flicks through those fingers, waking up the back side of those hands and forearms. Happy Friday, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a great class. I hope your body feels great. Please reach out. Just let me know how you're doing. Send me a message. I miss you dearly, and I look forward to seeing you hopefully very soon. Have a great weekend. Mwah. Thanks for joining.